Welcome to this video. This is the first video of what will be many videos covering VibePro 6. This first video is all about keeping your data that you created in VibePro 5 safe and available for reference at a future time as you move forward with your vibration analysis and trending. So first off, we're going to be covering local save users. So if you're using VibePro with the local save feature, this is the part of the video to watch. If you're using Dropbox, fast forward to the second half of this video. Now, first off, let's jump into VibePro. And if you notice on the general settings area, this is where you'll be able to verify if you are a local save user or a Dropbox user. Verify your local save, and you can also go into your report, turn the machine on and go into your report area and click that icon on the bottom left that will show you your machines that are all saved locally and your measuring points that are saved as well. Once you've verified that you are in fact saving locally, plug your iPad into your computer, either Mac or Windows, and launch up iTunes. You'll get an interface similar to this if you're running iTunes 11, which most of you probably are at this point. When you see this interface, click on the top right where it says iPad. When you click on iPad, it'll pull up a summary of what your iPad is, its capacity, and things like that. Next, click on Apps. It's the third tab on the top. Now, once you're on the Apps tab, you'll see a screen similar to this. Scroll down to the very bottom. You'll see an app called VibePro. I have two of them because I'm running VibePro 5 and 6 simultaneously during this process here, this beta process. Click on the only VibePro that you have access to right now, and you'll see all of your VibePro documents. These are all the things that you saved locally to your device. There's a couple ways you can save this data. First off, you can just highlight all of those files and drag them to a folder in your file system. The other way is to highlight all these items and hit that Save To button on the bottom right. That'll also allow you to save those documents outside of iTunes. Once you've saved those documents to your hard drive, then pull up that folder you saved everything to. Now, I've color-coded this folder as an example of what data you need to keep, what you can delete, and what it's all for. So this is an example set. You see these green folders. These are the folders that were made based on the machines you entered. So if you have machines, they will be in these folders labeled as the machine. So keep those folders. You do not want to delete those. Everything in red, though, you will want to delete. This includes that data.plist, any temporary files like dbtemp1, etc. It also has grab disk on disk 1.png. That is also a deletable file. There's also that SQLite file at the very bottom of that list. That is another file that you can delete. Those files have no use to you. The other folder outside the machines is another important folder. It's called Overall RMS Data. That folder contains the CSV file used with the Excel macro. And that's a very useful file that has all of the raw data of your machine. Now, if you click inside of one of those machines, you'll be greeted with both the screenshot of the spectrum and the report itself. So that is what's contained there. So after you've deleted the excess data, you should have a folder similar to this. You'll have your folders of the machines and a folder overall RMS data. You want to keep this data safe and sound as you may need to utilize it in the future. VibePro 6 utilizes a brand new database, and you will need to be starting from scratch as far as redoing your routes. And we will be covering the routes in a future video. VibePro 6 really has taken routes to a new level of simplicity and making doing routes that much easier. So keep this data safe and sound. If you have already upgraded to VibePro 6 at the time that you're watching this video, don't worry, that local saved data is in fact still in iTunes available for you to save and keep safe on your computer. So with that, let's move to the Dropbox users. Now, Dropbox users, you can verify you've been using Dropbox by going back to that general settings area and seeing that Dropbox is in fact the item selected. Once you're in there, you can go to your report screen and see all of the machines you saved to Dropbox. And as long as you've been saving to Dropbox, all of your data should be safe and in Dropbox. The one thing that you will not have access to that local save users had access to is that very important CSV file used with the Excel macro. If that CSV file is important to you, you will need to either use VibeTrend to export that CSV file, or if you still have VibePro 5 installed, if you have not upgraded yet, you can still hit that View Data button on the bottom right and let it generate that CSV file. You'll need to wait a few seconds while it's saying downloading data files from server. Please be patient. Wait while that's done, and then hit the View All Raw Data. And then you can hit Save CSV File Local or hit Email CSV File. That will be the CSV file that you need to work with. And when it's saved to your iPad itself, it will say Success. Raw data saved in local file sharing with iTunes. And that is where you will find that. Watch the first half of this video to see where that was, where you can actually get access to that CSV file, as it is a very important file to have. You can also email that file out of VibePro right into your email client of choice. If you already upgrade to VibePro 6 and you want that CSV file, you will need to load up VibeTrend. That is a required step if you want access to that CSV file. Load up VibeTrend and load up that Dropbox account. You will want to hit Plant Data on the bottom right of the screen, and then you're going through the same process. Wait for those to download from the server, hit All Raw Data, and hit Email. That will email the CSV file out of VibeTrend and give you access to all of that data. Now, if you're a Dropbox user, you'll want to just verify that your data is in fact safe. Load up your Dropbox folder, find the folder called VibePro. It should be at the root of that Dropbox hierarchy, and open that up. You should see all of your machines with their own separate folders, and inside of those folders are the appropriate data related to those. You'll have a text file and a couple of images that show you the data you captured using VibePro 5. So that is what's required to keep your data safe and available for reference going forward with VibePro 6.